clients. And before I dive into this topic of today, I wanted to share that actually I was going to just record this video for our incredible 1 million in 1 year preparation 5-day mentorship clients, which I am so excited for because we only have 4 more days until the pre-training starts, and 1 week and 2 days, no, 1 week and 1 day, there we go, until the actual 5 days start. But for some reason, my phone didn't allow me to go live in that capacity. So I decided to just go live on all my social medias and then share this video with our amazing clients and students. So everybody gets the benefit from this technical difficulty, I'd say. But I wanted to say also that I am really excited to share this topic with you guys because actually I received a question today about this very topic from a client, which was actually the question, how do I use social media to fill a webinar? But at the same light, I wanted to generalize it a little bit because whatever I'm going to share with you guys today is going to be applicable for if you want to fill webinars, if you want to get clients directly through calls or any capacity whatsoever. So let me walk to the studio. And by the way, it is night right now. Oh, this is such a funny look. I never walk with my laptop like this. It's night right now in Dubai, and I am still up going over some very exciting, important things. But I had already prepared the slides for you guys. So I hope if I put this here, you guys can see it. Let me just put it correctly. There we go. Let me know in the comments if you guys can see this the right way. Sometimes it goes one way, sometimes it goes another way. But either way, I want you guys to take note of, again, what we're talking about today. So it's basically how do you use social media to attract clients and to be able to fill a webinar or do it in any capacity. And so the reason, again, why I want to make this video specifically for the people that are coming 4 to 5 days of the Project 1 Million in 1 Year prep is because in that 5 days and pre-training happening on Saturday, we're going to dive deep in getting all the machinery set up for your freedom lifestyle and for how you first and foremost scale to the 6 figures and then go beyond that to the 7 figures. And the trick or the clues or the secret is actually not that secretive. It's actually extremely simple. And I want that to be the first thing that everybody takes away from this, especially our students, to know that there's not this complicated mix of things behind it, which sometimes people do think. They get overwhelmed and they think, oh, there's a lot of stuff. Actually, the principles are simple. And that is why the first thing that I want to share with you guys is that it's very important to adapt both the new school things as well as the old school things, because a lot of the stuff that we talk about is how can you utilize the online medium to connect with people all around the world and set up a business or actually an empire of multiple streams of income, multiple businesses, in a way that is scalable and in a way that you are not limited by location and that you can literally, connect with people from all around the world. But at the same time, I want you guys to understand, and again, this is especially for our participants, that old school business strategies work. And the core of business is and will always be that you connect with people and you help people solve their problems and you add value to people one way or another, whether that's with products, whether that's with services, or that's with programs, or what else you might have that is there to make this world a better place and that's making an impact to people. So that is why whenever we're teaching our clients these things, that we always say combine both the new school as the old school things, and it actually sets you up for all phases of the business. And I want, if you're making notes, watching this live stream or watching the replay, definitely write this down. There are multiple phases through which you will grow that will enable you to make your million, your first million, your next million in that 1 year. And the different phases that you have is, first, you really want to make sure that you get cash flow going. You want to start working with clients. You want to have people pay for what it is that you have to offer. And so the first thing that most people, especially people that want to do this from scratch, have to do is basically do it organically. It is also a really powerful way, and organically means is that you're not paying for paid advertisement. You're not basically pushing it out there by means of payment for that, but you're actually doing it organic, like the video that I'm doing today. So you just pick up your phone as this figurine is doing, pick up the phone, go live, and share something with the world. So by doing that, then you can have conversations with people and you can just be in as I try to depict over here, in the DMs, have a conversation, reach out to people. For instance, the client that was asking me the question is helping people with health, amongst other things, and with empowerment, among others. Actually, I'm combining two questions in one. So one of them is in health, the other one is in a different space. But taking the health space is then you can add value about health. You can give tips. You can give a prompt to your audience to say, hey, what is it that you are struggling with when it comes to your health? How can I help you? How can I, what is it exactly that I can add value to? And maybe also say, like, if this has been beneficial, let me know what part was beneficial, or any way that you start that conversation where you allow a person to actually raise their hand and say, like, yeah, I like this, or I like the way how you communicate it, or it's very insightful and I'm going to apply this, whichever type, right? And then from there you take it to the DMs, so that in that you can have that conversation. It's DMs on Instagram, it's PMs on Facebook, and whatever M's is called somewhere else, but you're basically messaging with a person, having a conversation. Now, then from there, if you go to the question again that the student asked, which is how do I fill my webinar, the idea then is that you get people into your database. And that should always be the important thing that you focus on. Yes, I want to help people. I want to close deals. I'm going to close deals. But I first need to have people to speak to. And that's what you gather in your database. So you get names, you get email addresses, phone numbers, social handles, any which way with which you can then communicate with them to go to the next level of that relationship and of that empowerment. So building database is always the key. So what can you do? You can add some value. You can say, hey, let me know in the comments what else it is that I can help you with. Comments are coming in. You take it to the DMs. You're conversating with them. And then you're building up your database by saying, hey, okay, cool. Let me send you a guide that I wrote a little while ago that can actually help you with that. What's your best email address? Or let us jump on a call. I can help you with that this way or another. What is your best email? What is your phone number? And then you actually extract those details in order to serve them at a higher level, in order to further the conversation. And so that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it is basically by just say, okay, I have my webinar. What's your email address? I'll send you the link. And then from there, you can run that webinar in that specific example. But it's obviously the same execution, the same principles, but a different execution, no matter, depending on what is your goal, right? If you want to get clients through your webinar, then that's the focus that you do. If you want to get clients by booking calls, then that's the way how you proceed. Now, that's the organic way. And typically, you can use organic, or in one of my businesses, we did 6 figures, just purely organic, and then we doubled down on scaling it with Facebook ads and with automation and all these different things. So that's one part. So you don't need any money for that. You can just go out there, do it, as long as you know what to do. Go out there, do it, make money, get that capital, build that skill, and start with an extremely powerful foundation. And then from there, you ideally want to have automation in place. And automation, what basically means is that there's a place where people can go and interact with you, in essence. So I'm obviously doing this video live. It costs my energy, it costs my breath, my wisdom, or whatever I share with you guys right now. But once this video is out there, I can use a recording, I can put it somewhere, and then it can speak to people for all of eternity. And that's basically the power of funnels, of systems, where you can literally build an energetic replica of yourself that goes out there and serves the world for all of eternity, and can then also allow people to take action accordingly. So again, answering the question of the lady wanting to know, how do I fill my webinar? You can go live, add a bunch of value, and then say, hey, click on the link in the bio. I'm running a masterclass. I can share a lot more information about this, about an hour and a half. It's free of charge. Go click on the link, register, and I send you the link. And I'm so excited to have you with me there, right? Something along those lines. And then the automation takes care of the job. So you send the link, they click on the landing page, they see the information, they either see a video, some text, photos, everything that you need to get the job done and to add that value. And then from there, it adds people to the database. So that's basically the new school way of doing things, by using technology, using your phone, going live, speaking to people in the DMs, using the automation side of things. So that's basically that part of the equation. But now I quickly want to jump to the old school way of doing things, because old school, what do? There's either face-to-face meetings, you meet people on the street, you meet people in conferences, you meet people in places where like-minded individuals hang, and you start a conversation, not by texting, but by talking to a person. That's the same way how you can get people into your database, because I can talk to a person and say, hey, actually, I can help you with that. I'm running a training. What's your email address? I'll get it sent to you. And then again, same principle is happening that way. So you can meet people in different occasions. For people who are like, okay, do I just have to go to the mall and randomly speak to people? You could do that if that's your style. It's not my style, but you could do that. Or you go to conferences, you go to places where you know your kind of avatar, which is what I depicted here in the top, what we call the Sylphia, the person that you want to help, the person that you know is your ideal client, that you then see, hey, where does this person hang? Where can I find this person? And then go about having that conversation real life. That's possible. Another thing that Grant Cardone talks about a lot is called the power base. Really, really powerful, as the word seems to indicate. And that is people that know you. People that know you and trust you. So this could be people that you have worked with, people that you have known for a long time in your life, people that you have established trust with. So it could be family, could be friends, could be ex-colleagues, could be classmates, could be anyone with whom you have that relationship that you know if you were to say something, they'll be willing to listen. And here's the deal. When it comes to these people, doesn't mean directly that you're going to say, hey, here's the link to the webinar and go ahead and come. It could be actually that in those conversations, you actually say, hey, I'm doing this, just want to keep you updated. Do you happen to know someone that could benefit from this? And I'm excited if you would be able to do a good word for me, or, you know, spread the word. Then that could be really powerful. You can even incentivize it. You can say, hey, if you share this and it ends up being a deal for me, I'll give you a percentage. And it allows you to have that commission as such. Also another way of how you can handle that. And last but not least, people that you work with in the past, whichever capacity. Some of our students work with a bunch of people free for free first, and then they build up that expertise, and then that way you can reach out to those people. Or maybe you've had past clients from one business, clients from another business, clients that work with you in one capacity that you can now serve on a higher level in a different capacity. And connect with them, show them that you care, reach out and allow them to see that if there's some problem that they're facing, that you are the person that can solve it. And so it's about really combining and understanding like just the basic principles, which basically in all areas, doesn't matter where we talk, is the same thing. You want to be in front of people and you want to allow people to see that there's value here. There's someone who has integrity and someone who's willing and cares enough about you to say, hey, I can help you with that. Here's a link. Ask what's your email address, ask what's your phone number. Let me get that information to you and jump on a call or be on a webinar one way or another. And so that's a really powerful basic principle that funds the entire process of scaling up from 0 to 1 million. And there's multiple ways of how you can execute it. There's multiple ways to have the same principle, but apply it differently. We're all different types of persons, right? I love to speak. I'm a speaker. So I like to be in the spotlight as such, but some other people, they like to do it in a different way. And there's actually room for everything. At the end of the day, what we will do always in our trainings, and those of you that are coming to the training, I'm super excited. We're gonna push you and we're gonna really go for the most efficient way and the way that builds you up in the most powerful way, that is making you pretty much like immovable or indestructible. Is that the right way? Not prone to economic challenges because you are building you every step of the way. Like, why is it so that there are so many self-made millionaires or billionaires that have lost it all along the way and then they build it up again? They had the skill, they lost it all, and they built it up again, and the second time better. Why is that? It's because they cultivated the skill, they had the persistence, they believed in them. And so in our trainings, one thing that we do all the time is we build the individual. We give you all the machinery, all the strategies, all the simplistic ways of how business is done, and then add on top of it the precise ways of how to execute a particular way that is more aligned with you. But the principles are the principles, and the principles are the same. This is something that Steve Jobs talks about a lot. He said the core fundamentals are the core fundamentals, and it doesn't matter if you are doing this or that kind of business, or you're executing it this way through webinars or through calls, through text. Doesn't matter. The principles are the same. And so we should never lose sight of those principles, and we should really take action to actually own those principles and build our muscle, build our skill, and then just freaking crush it. And that's why I'm so excited. And this is just like a simple thing that I wanted to share with you guys based on the question that I've got, and for the people that are coming to the 1 million in 1 year preparation 5-day mentorship. It's actually 6-day mentorship because Saturday is the first day. I wanted to share this with you guys as a quick preview as to what is coming, and as to how simple things are. The biggest thing, and that's the hardest thing, is that you actually do it. So that's my job. My job is to make you understand this and to push you to do it. Because once you do it, then everything's going to change for you. And it's not that hard. Just get yourself to do it, right? So if you're coming, super, super, super excited to have you with us. If you're watching this, because again, this video was actually meant to go only to our participants, but hey, technology was giving me a headache. My phone, I had to restart it. I was just like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do it on the laptop. Here we go. It's bedtime. So if you are watching this and you have no clue what Project 1 Million in 1 year is, and you're like, man, I should be part of that, click on the link in my bio. If you're on Instagram, if you're anywhere else, I will add the link to there as well. But it's basically Project 1 with a digit 1 million in 1 year, with also a 1 and .com. That's it. Project 1 million in 1 year.com. Let me just add it here as well so you can be part of it. Project 1 million in 1 year. There is a selection procedure. So you do need to qualify for it, but you can apply. And then if you are qualified or you make yourself qualified, then I'm excited to have you there. So if that was helpful for anybody, let me know, give it some love. If you think this video may benefit anybody else, feel free to share it. But most importantly is that you implement it. Business is not hard. We just make it hard. It is not hard. We make it hard. So stop making it hard. Let it build your future, your family's future, and impact a lot of people that you touch along the way. So on that note, I'm going to go. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I look forward to seeing many of you on the training.